Welcome back to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly support our channel by hitting that subscribe button and then click the notification bell. Also like this particular video, and you can also share our videos. And to those who support our channel, I want to say thank you very much. Yesterday, for those who followed the channel yesterday, I did a video on a shocking revelation that Raila's elder brother Oburu Odinga made to the Luo Nyanza community. For the very first time in the history of Nyanza politics, Oburu Odinga leaked certain information that was only interpreted to be tantamount to the fact that Raila Odinga is considering retirement from active politics. And while speaking to a gathering, speaking in their Luo native language, Oburu took that opportunity to unveil a leader whom he feels should take over from Raila Odinga. And he said that leader is the minority leader in the National Assembly, Opiyo Wandayi. After that statement, that video went viral and it has really attracted several reactions. Some people feel that if Raila is going to retire from politics, then Oburu Odinga should allow Luos to choose their leader. That he should not be informing or trying to propose someone. Yet another school of thought feels that Oburu Odinga is also a Luo. He's entitled to his opinion, and the fact that he's the elder brother of Raila Odinga, he's been close to Raila. And maybe, for some reasons, he knows reasons why he's proposing Opiyo Wandayi. Now, in this video, I want us to look at the leaders that are being proposed and why Nyanza politicians and residents are defying the proposal or the orders from Oburu Odinga. In the quest and search for a leader that might replace Raila Odinga, even though we're still waiting for Raila to declare his stand on this, whether he's about to retire, because if you ask me, they are only preparing the way. I don't think that Raila will retire tomorrow. They are only preparing a way. Now, there are several things that people are looking at. There is a school of thought that feels that this time round, we need to break from the Odinga hegemony. This is a very hot potato topic and very emotive. So people feel that maybe it is now time to switch to another clan, to switch to another family. No wonder when Oburu said that he is proposing maybe Opiyo Wandayi, some felt yes, it is good because this time round we want to switch. We need to have a paradigm shift from the Odinga family, because Oginga has done just so much and he handed the baton to Raila, and Raila has done just so much. There is another school of thought that feels that one of the things that we need to consider is regional balance. Again, in the past, people were saying that even when Jaramogi Odinga was a Luo kingpin, there has been a lot of push and pull political undertones between the South Nyanza region and the other side where Raila comes from. And they feel that this time round, maybe places like the whole of Siaya County should now give way to maybe the other regions like maybe Kisumu County, Migori County, and Homa Bay County. So these are the things that they're looking at. Several names, and in fact, before I go there, the other thing that they're looking at is loyalty. You see, loyalty here simply means that we need someone who will be loyal to the Luo community and who will be loyal to the de facto leader Raila Odinga. You see, each and every region has always pronounced itself with one leader. If you look at William Ruto fought so hard and now he's controlling Rift Valley. He ensured that the Moi family is silenced. And that is what he wanted, because for you to lead a particular group, you need to ensure that there is only one bull in a particular place. because if several of them live together, they will be fighting for place, you know. If you look at Rigathi Gachagua, that is what he's been doing, trying to ensure that he climbs the ladder to declare himself as the man who controls Central. And for a very long time, Raila has entrenched himself in that region, and people have unanimously decided to allow him to be their kingpin, because you cannot be a kingpin if people don't accept you. So people are saying that we also need to look at someone who will be accepted, who will not betray the community. Loyalty to the de facto leader and loyalty to the people. They are also looking at a unifying factor. Raila Amolo Odinga has been the center bolt. He's been a unifying factor in Luo Nyanza. In fact, there are fears that if today Raila says that he's retiring from active politics, then we will have some rough times, because there are several leaders who want to give an alternative leadership there. But let us go to the names that are being proposed and the pros and cons of these leaders. Evans Odhiambo Kidero is the former Nairobi governor. Many people have said that Kidero has got some cases behind him. But one thing that stands out for Kidero is rich, and with that he can hold the other leaders together. You see, it's not very easy to hold your leaders together if you don't have money. I'm not saying that you need to have money for you to be a leader, but money is an added advantage. Why? If you have your people and you have money, then you can deny opponents an opportunity of buying them anyhowly. And that is one advantage that people, you know, feel that Kidero is. He is a soft-spoken guy, and Luos don't want someone who is soft-spoken. They need a tough man. Now that is an undoing from him. But the major undoing from Kidero is that he is actually working with William Ruto. And for you to become a Luo kingpin, people feel that working with Ruto, while Raila is still in power as the Luo kingpin, then it is tantamount to betrayal. And Kidero, if you ask many, they will tell you that they feel that he's never loyal and is taking us to William Ruto, a man who has been a political nemesis to Raila Amolo Odinga. Of course, this is a discussion that can go on for a week, because others feel that, you know, Kidero was never accepted in the ODM and all that. But I'm just saying that one of the disadvantages, if you look at the majority, is that they feel Kidero is not such a strong man, and Kidero is never faithful. The other person whose name is coming up very clearly is Miguna Miguna. Miguna is such a tough man, the general himself. And in fact, his personality of saying things the way they are has really attracted, you know, a lot of love from the Luo community. But, you know, Miguna has a problem. He does not know his limits. He worked with Raila Amolo Odinga and later turned his number one enemy, insulting Raila to the extent that he gets into the bedroom. And this is something that has really made him an enemy of the people. Sometimes back I saw William Ruto trying to use him to gain entry into Luo land, but it backfired. It was also another name that was being proposed there. But now, there are two names. In fact, of course, you can talk to people like Ochilo, Otiende Amolo. People are proposing names. But I want to narrow in two leaders. One is Opiyo Wandayi. Opiyo is a very close ally of Raila Amolo Odinga. At some point, he was being groomed to take over as a governor in Siaya County. I don't know what happened in between, and Orengo was given that mantle. Opiyo Wandayi is also another tough man, also learned, and people like him because he has taken head-on the Kenya Kwanza government, courtesy of his position as the minority leader. And even for Raila to give him that position as the minority leader, it tells you how much value he has and the faith that he has for Opiyo Wandayi. But now that Oburu Odinga is proposing him, it is going to be a disadvantage, because people will feel like he's being forced down people's throats. And ladies and gentlemen, the last person who should be the first person and the person that people feel should take over from from Raila Amolo Odinga is none other than Babu Owino, Paul Ongele, the Embakasi East Member of Parliament. a man who is learned actuarial science, I think. He's got a degree, bachelor's degree in actuarial science. Recently, he also graduated with the, I think, some degree in law. And Babu is sharp, if you ask me, and is very tough. If there is one thing that melts the hearts of the Nyanza Luo community, is a person who is tough. Because for a very long time, since times immemorial, the Luos have always been at loggerheads with the prevailing government, the powers that be. And so they need someone who can take on the government, and that person has been Raila Amolo Odinga. Now, the person that people feel that can take over, if you go to the social media, is Babu Owino. He has been arrested, and in fact, if you've studied the kind of politics that Babu is playing, and the way he attracts an enmity from the government, it tells you that even William Ruto himself knows very well that Babu Owino is one man who can deny him votes from Luo land. In fact, many feel that when Oburu Odinga mentioned the name of Opiyo Wandayi, it is going to divide Luos, because there are people who simply believe that Babu Owino is unmatched and you cannot compare him to any other person. And my point is this: if we have identified Babu Owino, and then we have identified Opiyo Wandayi among other people, there are two things that will happen or should happen according to what people are saying. One, they're saying that people should be taken to a referendum to decide. A kind of voting. No, I don't know whether it is a referendum or not, but ODM should decide, or the Luo community should decide to ask, whom do you want to lead you? But mine is just one. If they have identified some young, sharp, vibrant politicians, then let them guide them. Let them sit together so that we can work together. They can all work together, because even Raila Amolo Odinga as the kingpin is working with other leaders around him. Without such a leader, you cannot make it. And even as we look at a strong man, we should also look at someone who will fit into Raila's shoes, in the sense that Raila, over the years, entrenched himself to an extent that he was now accepted in the coast, in Western. Do we have such a person who can, if given time, can also control? Because Raila Amolo Odinga controls Western, yet Mudavadi is there as one of the kingpins. Do we have such a person who can also become such a bull that can, sell his policies to the people and be accepted beyond the Luo borders? Because if you look at Opiyo Wandayi and Babu Owino, they will start by first being the kingpins in Luo. Then the way they carry themselves, they will now entrench themselves and extend an olive branch. Because the only other person that is being accepted across the borders is, apart from Raila, is only William Ruto. I don't think there is any other. Okay, Kalonzo Musyoka is also accepted beyond the borders. If you look at Mudavadi, yes, but not so much. He's also one that is accepted. But in Nyanza, we should groom someone or decide to identify someone, then give him to Kalonzo and Martha Karua so that they can work together. But on this, people are saying that Oburu Odinga should let people decide.